Leading our news this hour, speculation continues across the agricultural sectors over potential implications of China slapping a 25% retaliatory tariff on multiple U.S. agricultural products. Joining us now is American Farm Bureau Federation from their Washington headquarters, their economist, Veronica Nye. Veronica, good to visit with you once again. There seems to be several different trade spats with China going on all at once. Could you kind of walk us through those, some of those or all of those?
Yeah, that's a great question, Mark. So there's really two different things happening right now on the trade front. The one that we've been talking about the longest are the tariffs on aluminum and steel that the U.S. put on imports from other countries. And it's important to talk about these actions separately because the timing and the products involved are different. So that aluminum and steel case, China retaliated with tariffs on products of the U.S. Earlier this week. And it's important to note that those tariffs are in place right now. And then on Tuesday, we released another list of products related to intellectual property right infringement, a list of products from China that were going to face tariffs in the future. Then China responded with a list of its own that included a number of ag products. Now, the reason we separate those is because that second list that revolves around those intellectual property rights, those tariffs aren't in place yet, and it will be several months before they go into effect. Right. So at this point, that is just a proposed list, but it's certainly wreaking havoc in the market and could have devastating effects on U.S. agriculture. Yeah,
exactly. That's a great point you make, well, 2 points as well. That, and again, the second one, that those that were announced yesterday are not in effect and won't be for several, well, months, perhaps. Now, talk about what products, Veronica, as you see it, are most at risk in this game. I'm going to call it a game of chicken. Some of others have referred to the same thing.
Yeah, it's a good analogy, and it's unfortunate that U.S. agriculture is put in the crosshairs. But for those products that are currently paying the tariff, those related to aluminum and steel, probably the top issue there is for U.S. pork producers. Also at risk are those producing wine, number of fruits and nuts. Now, the list, that intellectual property list, there's some pretty big ticket items on there, including soybeans, which is far and away our largest export product to China, as well as a number of other important products like wheat, corn, distillers grains, and beef, which is a product that we've been working hard for years to try to get into the Chinese market.
Exactly. Let's talk about that, Veronica. Beef was poised. It's had not been a big market for China, but as you say, AFBF and others trying to grow that export potential. What does it mean now moving forward in your view?
Well, unfortunately, this is an action that seems to run counter to some progress that the administration has made earlier last year. So, as you mentioned, we've been trying to get U.S. beef into the Chinese market for over a decade. China cut off U.S. access because of our BSE case back in the early 2000s. And just last year, they started allowing U.S. beef product. Now, it isn't a top market at this moment, but the potential is significant. So the folks like the U.S. Meat Export Federation have been working very hard to develop the market for U.S. beef into China. And now with this potential action, an additional 25% tariff, that would really shut off the potential there and allow our competitors to continue to grow the market at the U.S. expense. Well,
again, points well made. Thanks for your time. We love our partnership with American Farm Bureau and appreciate the time today to continue as this story unfolds. Listening to comments from American Farm Bureau Federation economist Veronica Nye, joining us live.